In a quiet village where time had forgotten to pass, there lived an old postman named Elliot. He was not like the others, not because of what he said, but because of what he remembered. Elliot had delivered letters for 42 years. Rain, snow, summer heat. He never missed a day. He wore a gray cap, a brown satchel, and shoes that whispered over cobblestones. But this night was different. It was the last letter, the very last delivery he would ever make. He didn't know who it was for. There was no name, just a sealed envelope with golden ink that read, "For the one who's been waiting." Elliot stepped out into the night. The moon followed him like a gentle friend. The streets were silent. No barking dogs, no distant radios, only the sound of his shoes and the wind between dreams. He passed the bakery, empty but still warm. He passed the fountain where children used to laugh in July. He passed the small bookstore that smelled of ink and time. And still, he walked, looking for someone who was waiting. He didn't know where to go, but his feet seemed to remember something his mind had forgotten. At the edge of the village stood an old iron gate. Beyond it, the forest. No one had walked there in years. People said the trees whispered your name, that if you stepped inside, you wouldn't come out the same. Elliot took a breath, pushed the gate open, and walked into the shadows. The moonlight filtered through the trees like lace. Owls watched silently. Branches moved without wind. It felt like walking through a memory, one not quite his and not quite anyone's. And then he saw it, a bench, an old woman sitting on it, eyes closed, hands folded in her lap, like she had been waiting forever. Elliot stood before her. He didn't speak, didn't need to. He simply reached into his satchel, pulled out the golden lettered envelope, and placed it in her hands. Her eyes opened, soft gray. She looked at him and smiled. "Finally," she whispered. "I've waited so long to remember." She opened the letter. Inside, nothing. No words, just a pressed flower, a daisy. She held it to her chest and cried. Not from sadness, but from release. Elliot didn't ask questions. He simply tipped his cap and walked away, back through the forest, back through the sleeping village, past the fountain, the bakery, the bookstore, back home. Elliot hung his satchel by the door, took off his shoes, lay on his bed. He looked out the window. The moon still watched over him. He closed his eyes, and for the first time in his life, he wasn't waiting for anything. The world is full of letters we never open and words we never say. But tonight, something was delivered, not to your door, but to your soul. Good night, dreamer. May your sleep be light. May your heart be quiet. And may you always remember, you are the one someone has been waiting for.